How's it going, fellow crypto holder? How are you? Hope you're having a good day. Today is actually one of those days, kind of a celebratory day. We've had Bitcoin today hit a new all-time high, and it has backed off of that just a little bit. Right now, it's at 108 and change, but you can see new all-time high hit $109,767, and you can see that is proven right there at the all-time high. Actually hit 34 minutes ago as of the recording of this video, and I'm recording this video at approximately 12:22 p.m. lunchtime, Dallas, Texas time. All right, so this is a big deal, right? This is continues to be one of those, I call it a watershed moment, kind of old school term. If you don't know that, look it up. Just means that it's one of those moments. Where were you at when it hit the all-time high? It's about lunchtime here in Dallas, so getting close to having lunch and just doing the normal thing. But the overall market is lifting, and you notice the title of this video, Bitcoin hits an all-time high and crypto is quietly moving up. And that's really kind of part of the narrative. I mean, crypto itself is up 2.8%. At the entire crypto market capitalization, $3,430,000,000,000. By the way, that number, our peak market cap was about $3,770,000,000,000. So we're about $300 billion away from our all-time high. But yet you see here Bitcoin doing its thing. We've talked about that. Ethereum up just shy of a percentage point. XRP up 2.5. BNB up a little bit. Solana, Dogecoin 3.5. But when I mean quietly, altcoins are not really pumping yet, as of yet. And if you kind of follow the flow of capital, how money moves in crypto, you see it first move into Bitcoin. This is historical, right? Bitcoin, then it starts to kind of shift into Ethereum a little bit, and then the major altcoins from there. Now we have kind of a new sector, new in the last year or so. We've got meme coins, and they're worth mentioning. A lot of new investors and people in general put money only into meme coins, and they don't really move money into the other major altcoins. I think that's a mistake. I think you should own some altcoins, own some Bitcoin, Ethereum, things of that nature. Do I own meme coins? Absolutely, I do. It's one of my favorite spaces. But I'm simply illustrating that as a point as far as kind of how capital moves and flows within the crypto market. Okay, so like I said, we got Bitcoin hitting that all-time high, and we're kind of quiet right now. Altcoins have not really had their major pump yet. I think everybody's kind of waiting for that. Talking to a couple of friends of mine earlier today that are in the business, and we were having a dialogue here, kind of talking about the state of the union of crypto and kind of when we were thinking we might see some pump. One of these individuals is a extremely technical trader, does a lot of technical analysis, looks at a lot of charts, things of this nature. And he had a lot of things he was talking about, but ultimately he ended up kind of at that same place that where we began the conversation, was that retail investors as a segment, millions of retail investors representing hundreds of billions of dollars, are still sitting on the sideline. All right. And that's that quiet part. We're quietly moving up. Those people are still on the sidelines. The vast majority of retail investors are still on the sidelines. Again, hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars, probably about $300 or $400 billion, just to kind of put a number on it. And what are they waiting on? Well, the discussion point was, I think that they're waiting on some big God candles. They're waiting on crypto to kind of start moving up. I mean, Bitcoin hitting an all-time high, and yet altcoins are lagging, is very representative of kind of what we're seeing in the market. Retail's not here. Institution buying is here for sure. And institutions have been buying all along since about August of 2024. They continue to buy. The smart money continues to buy. Whales continue to buy. Like, I buy every week. I buy some XRP. I buy some Bitcoin. I buy some other altcoins. I even every now and then will buy a meme coin, things of that nature. By the way, I've got a new product coming out that's going to be awesome for you guys. It's going to be a deal where you can see what I'm investing in, follow along. It's going to be a whole investing community. Not launched that yet, but it is coming. So just stay tuned for that. I'll be making some major announcements on that here in the very near future. So if that's something of interest to you, drop in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And in fact, drop in the comments below. What are some things that you would like to see in that investing community product that I'm bringing out? Okay, so that's something I'd love to, just kind of a little impromptu survey for you there. Okay, so kind of back to what we're seeing here. Look, we're going to continue to see, I think, crypto quietly move up for the remainder of May. We've got that June, July timeframe. Again, talking to these two buddies of mine who are very, very technical traders. They both in different verbiage agreed with me that we will probably see a quiet June and July, meaning crypto historically kind of does that consolidating sideways action as we see June and July. Okay, before I let you go, hey, I've got a really cool deal for you. This is BTCC. It's an exchange. This is where I moved all of my exchange trading pretty much. They have spot, they have leverage, futures, all that. If you use my link below, right down there, you're going to get a 10% bonus on your first time deposit. That deposit needs to be over $500, and then they're going to give you an additional 10% on top of that, just free money for you. And they're going to give you extra bonuses up to $10,000 per year. So that's something else. And you can enjoy 40% lower trading fees, lots of stuff. BTCC has been around for about 14 plus years, has 13 plus million users. Actually been around for 13 years. Millions of users, not 13 millions, millions of users, 13 years. Get it right, Austin. Okay. So futures, leverage, spot, everything, no VPN, no KYC. So no VPN, no KYC process. They also have tokenized stocks and Forex. So lots here for you. If you use my link below, I don't make anything. I just give you this as a 10% bonus. Just wanted to get this for you. Okay. So just check it out. Hit it down there. Give it a look and set up account. Setting up accounts for free, right? It's free to create an account, but then you get that 10% bonus on this first time deposit. So the more you put in, the more 10% plus you get, and then you're unlocking bonuses up to $10,000 per user, all that kind of stuff. And they have a tremendously low trading fee schedule if you're doing like leverage and futures and all that kind of stuff. So links right down there. Go get her, and I will see you later on. Take care. As always, been a pleasure, and more videos later today. See you.